Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. If you've ever watched this program before, you've probably heard me talk about my Native American heritage. I have a very small part of my father's side of the Micmac tribe. I have yet to ever meet any other Micmacs until today. They're here in my studio. I couldn't be happier than from the film My Father's Tools to have Stephen Jerome right here next to me, Heather Condo, and finally Emmet Walsh. Thank you so very much for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So first of all, Heather is the director, and Stephen, you're the actor and principal role of this film.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit of background of why you decided that this was an important story to tell. Either one of you can take that.
You would have a lot of.
I've been watching him for years make baskets in his shop, and we have visitors all the time that come and watch him, and we can't take our eyes off of what he's doing. And I wanted to capture it for not only people in our community, but other communities that he supplies wood for to make their own baskets. And I wanted to capture it for our kids and our grandchildren, and I think it's such an important art that is dying, and I wanted it on film.
Indeed. And this wouldn't have been possible except for the fact that, unlike so many other films, you had some very cool backing by the Wapakoni Mobile Project. Now, Emmet, give us a little background on how this works, because this is singularly unique. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's an organization that was started over 10 years ago by a woman called Manon Barbeau in Quebec, and it's basically a kind of mobile studio that goes into First Nations communities in Canada, well, Quebec and other parts of Canada, but it's also had stopovers in parts of South America, and it's expanding internationally. And basically what we do, we go into these communities, two filmmakers and a kind of youth outreach worker, and we live in the community for a month. And we set up shop. We have like a kind of like a 18-wheeler trailer with two editing suites, video cameras, so high-end, video cameras, mini recording studio, so we can record music as well. And in the month, we make the films with the members of the communities. So they come to the trailer. So it's kind of like, that's the idea. It's very community-oriented. So we're there, we're visible in the community with, it's a big silver trailer with the name of the organization. And we, at the end of the stopover, we project the films in the community. So that's the first community screening. So the initiative is to give a voice and give some training to members and individuals of First Nations communities in Canada and also internationally, so that they can tell their stories. And in this case, Heather's son made a film with the organization the year previous, or I believe 2 years ago, and which was quite successful, about fishing in the Gaspésiac community, which is it's in Gaspésie, so it's on the water.
Right.
And Heather came into the trailer one day, and she said to us, "My son made a film, and he told me I should make a film as well, and I want to make a film." And and she told us the story of Stephen, and we just followed them through the process, and I mentored the project.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm blown away by this. When you come into these communities, do they know you're coming? Or do you kind of make that announcement ahead of time?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
you show up and wait for the stories to show up.
It's in partnership with the band council, so we have to be invited.
Okay.
So it's because it is also about, it's very important that it's a meeting of different cultures, and it's also it's a way for us for us it's a privilege, because it's a learning experience. I mean, I didn't know anything about basket making, and the black ash, and basically just watching Stephen work, watching an individual in his element, and watching Heather recognize the archival and the cultural importance of this film.
Yeah.
So we're learning more from them actually.
I bet.
You know, than they're learning from us. So.
The only thing that I know is how important it is to pick the right tree.
Yeah.
That's the part that I know. I want to take a look at the trailer, and then we'll come back and talk about that a little bit more. So here it is, My Father's Tools. All right, so you get a little tiny taste there of the film. Of course, there's some, as we mentioned, so much more that goes into making baskets than what you just saw. That was the tiniest bit. Going out and picking the right tree, probably the most important part. That would be fair?
Oh yeah, that's one of the jobs that my father taught me. My father was a handicapped person, and we used to go in the woods with my father. We used to run in the woods, we'd give him samples, and he'd notice one tree, the smell of one tree, and he said, "Don't ever go near this tree, the smell of a rotten tree," and all that. And that's And I figured it out that picking the right tree,
integral to the process.
Yeah.
This does, there's no doubt the cultural significance of this is impressive. We see it here in Utah with rugs and weaving. This is not dissimilar from what you do. These are traditions that they take time, they take patience, and they take training that so many people are not, young people are unwilling to take on.
No, they don't want to learn nothing. Well, you know, this whole
Internet,
the games, everything. They want money right away. They want instant gratification for
anything.
Anything really.
Yeah. You can go on Amazon and order anything you want, and it's there 2 days later. This takes time.
Baskets don't show up that way.
Right.
No. And I've been doing this for about 35 years, since I was a boy, you know.
Does it worry you that you may be the last one to do it in your family?
Oh yeah. Well, I have my brother. He just started this year, but he's starting to
That's some interest.
Have some interest into it.
Okay.
Yeah, but after that, I've been searching for many years, 25 years, just in other communities, if there's any basket maker. I've not found one yet. And I know a lot of people. I can go 12 hours drive each way around me that work with black ash. They make fancy baskets, but they don't, and they go through me to supply them the material so they can make the baskets.
That's not the same thing, is it?
No, they don't know the whole process.
All right, we have just a moment left, so I wanted to give you the last word here. Talk to me about how important this is for you to recognize this and celebrate someone who you've been in a relationship with for a very long time.
It's incredible. I can't say enough about how you can sit there for hours and not know any time has gone by when he's making a basket, and he makes it look easy.
Yeah.
And it's very, very hard work.
Physical.
It's very physical, and the type of baskets he makes require a lot of physical muscle, bending the wood, and it's just incredible. I'm so glad we got it on film. I'm so glad it's gone this far. I'm blown away by everything
This
here.
whole experience,
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that we know is that his father's tools were also his hands, and you've got the hands of a guy who works real hard, my friend.
Yes,
Thank
and
you so very
my
much.
father always told me, he gave me the knife. He said, "With this, you'll never grow hungry."
Wow.
He wasn't kidding.
And you still have that knife.
Yeah, I
you
still
use
have
it every
that
day.
knife. I'll have it till the day I die.
Wow. I want to thank you guys so very much for being here. The film is My Father's Tools. When can we see it?
Ooh,
You know the next time?
28.
28.
Yep.
All right. Part of the shorts
It'll
package.
be shown with
No, it's shown with Look and See, a
Look and
portrait
See.
of
Okay.
Wendellberry.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
We'll make sure we get out for that. It is a terrific film, I can tell already, and I hope you get a chance to see it as well. It's My Father's Tools. We have more coming up here on the Mountain Morning Show as we continue celebrating Sundance Shorts.